Hi guys, and welcome to Gardening Time. Today I want to share with you some plants I got at Lowe's about 2 weeks ago on clearance. They were having a huge clearance sale for the end of the year. Actually, I got most of the plants are from Lowe's, some are from Home Depot, and then a couple are from our local Menards. So let's go ahead and get started. Let me show you what I got. Oh, and first off, I wanted to let you guys know I did this last year and it worked really good. I got a bunch of plants on clearance last fall, and rather than try and dig holes in in the landscape and having to deal with hard soil and roots and things like that, what I did was I just put them in our empty raised vegetable beds. It's real easy to dig holes in them. The soil is soft and easy to manage. So I just plopped them in my garden beds to overwinter, and then I plan on in the spring plopping these out and putting them where I want to place them in the spring. And the great thing with that too is it gives me time over the winter to really think about where I want to put these plants, where I think they're going to look best and do the best. So let's go ahead and get started. Let me share with you what I got. I'm going to start right here with this little guy. This is a red sedum. This is one of the plants I actually picked up at Home Depot. I paid $3.50. I think it was marked 50% off. And I have a couple of Autumn Joy sedums and a neon one, but I didn't have a red one, so I thought this would be pretty. I thought this would be a pretty addition to my little sedum cluster that I have in the landscape. This next one I picked up at Menards, and this is called an Alice Oakleaf Hydrangea. I've been wanting one of these for a couple of years now. These not only have beautiful panicle blooms, but they also have a really good fall interest. You can see here with just the few leaves that this one has on it, how beautiful the leaf color gets in the fall with the cooler temps. So this one I paid $12 for this one, and this one grows 5 to 6 feet tall, and it is for zone 5 to 9. Usually what I did last year when I was getting the plants on clearance, I tried to get all the plants for zone 4 and higher, because I was keeping them in their pots. I knew I'd be keeping them in their pots, and even though they'd be in the soil, I just wanted to make sure they all made it, which they did. This year I did get a few plants that are zone 5, which is what I'm in, and so I'm hoping that they'll still do just fine. But I will let you guys know how everything does next year. I'll do another video at the beginning of the season and show you how they all fared. So this one, it likes part to full sun. It prefers moist soil, and it blooms in the summer. Oops, sorry, I'm reading, not watching. And it offers year-round interest. This next one is called a pink poppet Wigelia, and this one is grows in zones 3 to 7, so it's pretty cold hardy, and it likes full sun. I paid $5.75. I believe I got this one at Lowe's, 75% off, and it grows 3 to 4 feet tall and wide. This is a dwarf variety of Wigelia. It blooms in the spring, and then it reblooms in the summer, and it has beautiful pink flowers. These next ones here, I picked these up at Menards for $1 a piece. This is pink catmint. This one, it's a perennial, and it is good in zones 4 to 9. It prefers part to full sun, and it only gets 10 to 12 inches tall with the bloom spikes. It blooms in the summer and is deer resistant and rabbit resistant, which is a plus for us. And it has prolific pink flower spikes. This next one, look at the color on this one. Let me see if I can get close to that. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? This one has beautiful foliage year around. This is called an Amber Jubilee 9 bark. I paid $6.25, another 75% off one at Lowe's. This one is hardy from zone 7 all the way up to, or down to zone 3. And it gets 5 to 6 feet tall and 4 to 5 feet wide. It prefers full to part sun, and it gets pink and white little flower clusters on it. And then in the fall, it has its leaf color. I think during the year, its leaf color has a darker tinge to it, but then in the fall, it really takes on a reddish purple tinge, like you can see, like what these leaves are doing right now. And this next one, look at those beautiful berries. Isn't that gorgeous? This plant, again, offers year-round interest, which is something I'm really wanting to add to my landscape because, I mean, we've got some pretty, I mean, you know, our winters are pretty long here where we're at. And so it's nice to look out your window and, you know, see some evergreens and pretty things out there. So this one is called a candy coralberry. And I got this one at Lowe's. They only had one of these, and I paid $6.25 for it on clearance. This one is zoned 4 to 9, and it gets 2 to 2.5 feet tall by 2.5 to 3 feet wide. It has beautiful pink flowers on it in the spring and summer, and then those flowers turn into these berries, and so it offers, again, year-round interest, and it is deer resistant, another big plus. Okay, this next one, look at the leaf variegation on this plant. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh, when I saw this, and this one was, I think originally this one was $25, and I paid $6.25 for this at Lowe's on clearance. This one is called a Rainbow Sensation Wigelia. Beautiful plant. It has the variegated leaves. It gets 3 to 4 feet tall and wide. It likes full sun, and it is zoned 4 to 8. It has pink blooms in the spring through summer. This next plant this one is already quite tall. I think this one is about 3 to 3.5 feet tall. This one, and if I pan back down to, I don't know if you could see the 9 bark there, those two plants are pretty neck and neck in terms of height. They're the tallest ones that I got in this group. And this one right here is a sterile Chinese Snowball Viburnum. I paid $5.75 for this, and on clearance, and at Lowe's. And this one gets 12 to 20 feet tall. And it is full to part sun. It is zoned 3 to 8, and it blooms in the spring, and it has large white blooms that are between 6 to 8 inches wide, and they're clusters. They're very similar to a hydrangea. Beautiful plant. I am really excited to see that one out in the landscape. These next two here are the same plant, and they are a variegated Japanese silver grass. Again, a perennial. for zones 4 to 9. I paid $5 a piece for these. Super excited. Look at the beautiful variegation on these leaves. Can you see that with the green in the center and then the white on the outside? Absolutely gorgeous. These are zoned 4 to 9. They get 6 feet tall and 3 to 5 feet wide. They also, in the fall, they put out these plume stalks that are shimmery silver white. I cannot wait to see that. Beautiful. Okay. This next plant is called a lemon thread false cypress. And this is an evergreen, and I paid $4.75 for it. Again, 75% off at Lowe's. This one gets 5 feet tall and wide, and has beautiful lemon yellow foliage. And again, offers year-round interest. It prefers full to part sun. And this one right next to it, you can see it's quite similar, but there are differences. This one is actually a bit brighter in its yellow color. Here, let me show you from there. I can do this one-handed. Yeah, so there you can see the difference in the two. So this one is called Golden Charm Thread Branch Cypress. I paid $8.75 for this one. And again, this one is zone 4 to 8. It prefers full sun and is an evergreen that gets 5 to 6 feet tall and 7 to 8 feet wide. And I got another evergreen here. This one, oh, hold on a second. Oops, sorry guys. Turn the page here. Reading off my notes that I took. This one is a Techneto Globe Arborvitae. I paid $7.50 for this one. And this gets only 2 feet tall and wide. Takes on like a mound shape. It is zoned 3 to 7. It prefers full sun. And some shearing is needed to maintain its rounded form. This one here is I hope I don't chop the name up too badly. It's a Rosum elegans Rhododendron. I paid $6.75 for this one. And this one is zoned 4 to 8. It prefers part sun. And it gets 6 to 8 feet wide and tall. It blooms in late spring, and it has beautiful purple flowers, and is an evergreen shrub. So it maintains its leaf structure, which is nice. Another rhododendron here. This one is a Yaku Prince rhododendron. Paid $6.75 for it, and this one is zoned for zones 5 to 8. It is part sun, and this one only gets 3 to 4 feet tall and wide. It blooms in late spring, beautiful pink blooms, and it has a rounded growth habit. This next one here is a berry white hydrangea. This one I am super excited for because of, let me see if I can get in close to this picture here and show you the picture on the tag. Look at those blooms. So this one is zoned 3 to 8. It is for full to part sun. It gets 6 to 7 feet tall by 4 to 5 feet wide, and blooms these beautiful pink to white panicles. I guess they change color. I think they come in pink and then fade to white, or vice versa. And it blooms mid-summer all the way to fall. Then I got 3 of these down here. This is called a Ralph Sugart Periwinkle. This is a ground cover, but is often used in containers as a spiller plant because it trails, so it can, so it'll fall off the sides on the container, much like ivy. And this one has beautiful purple flowers on it, and is also has a variegated leaf. I don't know if you can see that on the picture. And this one only gets 4 to 6 inches high and 1 to 2 feet wide. It prefers full to part sun. It's hardy all the way to zone 4, and it is deer and rabbit resistant, as well as drought tolerant. All right, I'm going to go around to the other side of the bed. There's just a couple more plants down here I wanted to show you. So this first one here is called a chocolate Joe pieweed, which is a native plant to our area. Paid $1.87 for this one on clearance, and this one gets 2 to 3 feet wide by 3 to 4 feet tall. It has beautiful white blooms that attract bees and butterflies in the summer and the fall. It is deer and rabbit resistant, and it prefers full sun or shade, and is hardy all the way to zone 4. I also have some heucheras here. I'm not sure, they're the carnival series, but I'm not sure exactly which ones they are. I don't have much information on these because these didn't have a tag. I buried the pot, so I didn't want to unbury the pot to get the details on it. So, but anyhow, it is a heuchera, and there are actually 3 separate plants in this container. I picked this up on clearance at Menards for, I think, $10. And as soon as I saw there were 3 separate plants in there, I was like, oh my gosh, that's a steal. So I picked that up. Those are also perennials. They come back year after year. All right, guys, that is it on my clearance plants. I'm gonna go ahead and do a quick pan just to show you once again all the plants that I picked up. All the way down there. All right, guys, hope you guys are having a wonderful day, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.